All right, news just coming in. NIA now will send notices to summon Syed Ali Shah Geelani, Mirwaiz, Yasin, Malik, the big fish, right after arrests were made by the NIA at the back of Operation Hurriyat, where India Today had exposed how Pakistan continues to fund terror through the Hurriyat there. The latest coming in as well that the NIA now will go after the big fish where the Hurriyat is concerned. Well, at the back of the India Today investigation, Naeem Khan, Bitta Karate have been taken into arrest. They've been arrested, and word coming in, sources suggest, where the NIA is concerned, that now notices will be sent to summon Syed Ali Shah Geelani, Mirwaiz and Yasin Malik as well. Let's just take our viewers back to the massive headlines today, special investigation that uncovered how men like Bitta Karate, Naeem Khan, were taking money from Pakistan to fund unrest within the valley, to fund terror activities. At the back of that, the NIA had approached India Today to give them all the proof, all the substantive evidence that we had to carry on investigation. And at the back of that investigation, the NIA has made the first round of arrests, which include Bitta Karate and Naeem Khan, men who were exposed by our channel and our special investigative team. But the latest that is coming in at the back of these arrests is also news that the NIA will now target the big fish where the Hurriyat is concerned. Notices have been sent and will also now be sent to summon Syed Ali Shah Geelani, Mirwaiz and Yasin Malik. They would be summoned for questioning where the NIA is concerned, where India Today's big investigation, which was conducted at the back of that, the NIA team, in fact, came to our office right here in the national capital, spoke to our managing editor, asked for all the tapes that we had as evidence, and at the back of that evidence, acting on it, conducted series of interrogation which involved the likes of Bitta Karate and Naeem Khan. And now the latest coming in is that, of course, today morning, big impact of India Today, where Bitta Karate, Naeem Khan amongst others were taken into arrest. But word just coming in right now, and that's the big story, that after the arrest, the NIA will now send notices to summon Syed Ali Shah Geelani, Mirwaiz and Yasin Malik. Well, that's the big India Today impact coming in. Earlier today, just about a couple of hours ago, word got in that the NIA had arrested the likes of Bitta Karate and Naeem Khan, and amongst others as well. But now the latest coming in is that the NIA will go a step further, and summons have been issued to Hurriyat leaders like Mirwaiz and Yasin Malik, where they will be now called for questioning. Well, that is the big India Today impact there. All right, so that's the latest coming in. Massive India Today impact just 2 months after we mounted that special investigation exposing the true face of the separatists. The NIA acted against the villains of the valley. 7 separatists today, including Bitta Karate, Naeem Khan, and even Syed Ali Shah Geelani's son-in-law, were arrested in what we exposed. And now the latest coming in a step further, the NIA will summon the big fish, if we can say, the big Hurriyat leaders like Syed Ali Shah Geelani, Yasin Malik and Mirwaiz. I want to go across to Kamaljeet Sandhu, who's getting us the very latest. Kamal, those 7 arrests were made today, but big news coming in that the NIA is going to go a step further. Summons have been issued to the likes of Syed Ali Shah Geelani, Mirwaiz. Give us details.
Well, the top sources in the NIA have confirmed to India Today that they will soon be summoning the top-notch Hurriyat leaders, which includes the likes of Syed Ali Shah Geelani, Mirwaiz Umar Farooq, Yasin Malik. They say there is a connection, and remember, once the custody of all these 7 people have been taken in by the NIA, remember they will be produced in the court tomorrow at 11 o'clock at the Patiala House Court, the NIA Special Court. They will be singing to the tune of the NIA sleuths, and very clearly, based on what they're saying and the evidence that they've already collected, the leaders would be issued summons. They would be asked to come to Delhi. That's what our sources clearly point out. So one, there is the financial trail which is available. Second is the money which is coming in from Pakistan. The charge sheets of people who've been arrested in cases of stone pelting and in anti-national activities, all that now forms a good part of the evidence. And we've been told this also means that the law is closing in on the top-notch Hurriyat leaders. They've been at large, they've been free for a very long time. Now evidence is being slowly collected, and eventually these leaders will be asked to explain not just their presence but their links to terrorist organizations and to the stone pelters. And then perhaps if there is more evidence, arrest of top leaders cannot be something which can be denied.
All right, Kamal, it clearly seems to, suggest that the vicious web of deceit now lies exposed, because let's just go back. Right after our massive expose, the Hurriyat was very quick to distance itself when it came down to the likes of Naeem Khan. But now it seems that the terror trail has led to the doorstep of no one else but even the biggest fish where the Hurriyat is concerned.
Well, absolutely, Preeti. And let me give you another piece of breaking news. Sources clearly within the NIA says that there were overtures made, and these were made through different people, say in raids in Gurgaon, where people were told to go slow. The NIA obviously did not listen to them. The other part is obviously how they made a communication to the state government and the central government that the Hurriyat was open to talks with the government. At a time, obviously, those overtures were not taken seriously because, one, the NIA says they do not have that mandate, but they were aware that certain overtures were being made to the central government, that Hurriyat was open for talks. They say their arrest was based on evidence, and this is an evidence which was collected over a period of 2 months. So there was technical evidence which was collected from certain, which is the computer emergency response system within Delhi. They're the ones who gave information about details collected from mobile phones, from laptops, from CDs, from pen drives. That's the evidence. Then obviously there was photographic evidence about guns, photographs with guns with Syed Salahuddin. They were asked to make certain explanations which the Hurriyat leaders could not do, and that is why once a sufficient evidence was collected, there was a complete swoop down and complete secrecy was maintained. We've been told that Jammu Kashmir police as well as the IB or even the CM of Jammu and Kashmir was not taken in the loop. They simply swooped down right in the morning, and that's when the arrests were made.
All right, Kamaljeet Sanju, appreciate, getting in the very latest on that story. 7 separatists were arrested just about 2 hours ago at the back of the massive India Today expose, and word coming in that the NIA not just drawing the line there. Top leaders from the Hurriyat will now be exposed. They are going to be summoned, is what our sources tell us. We're going to keep getting you the latest details. But let's shift focus from one agenda-setting news story to the other. From the Operation Hurriyat tapes to, of course, Operation Mosul. Days after, India Today attempted to track down the 39 missing Indians in Mosul. Our mission, Iraq, is echoing in Parliament. The centre is in the dock after Sushma Swaraj said that the missing Indians might be lodged in an Iraqi jail, which was later found to be deserted. Race to the ground. The Akali Dal, a part of the ruling NDA, has raised the issue in Lok Sabha, seeking answers from the External Affairs Minister. Sushma Swaraj, who was expected to speak on the issue in the lower house, was, of course, she didn't today and is now expected to speak tomorrow. Her plan to speak today was postponed after the House was adjourned. While speaking to India Today, the Akali MP questioned if reporters could reach the Iraqi prison. Why couldn't the government? The Congress has also attacked the centre. Listen in.
Today you raised this matter in the Parliament as far as the missing Indians in Iraq are concerned.
I have raised this issue of misplacing of 39 Indians, especially most of them from Punjab. I have put a question that the reporter of India Today has given a story that in Badosh jail, which has been quoted by the MOS General V.K. Singh, that those persons are in that jail. But that jail has been totally destroyed. Churches totally have no person there. in which they have said that those persons are in this on this church. But I have raised this question. But what is the diplomatic level or intelligence level failure? The Honorable Speaker has given me commitment that the truth will be given by the statement by the Honorable Minister of External Affairs.
They actually took responsibility for assuring the relatives that there was some hope. And, you know, giving hope to people without any basis is very, very sad. I think that the government has to introspect on whether it had enough reliable sources, whether it was right to convey the material in this manner to the families and to the nation. I think that there are some serious questions here the government needs to answer.
I'm joined by Mr. Digvijay Singh of the Congress. Digvijay ji, what is surprising that a prison where the 39 Indians are supposed to be held fell nearly few months ago. Is it possible that government of India didn't know the status of not the prisoners but even of the prison?
Well, the Honorable Minister has been assuring us, assuring the House also and the nation, that they are safe. But obviously there is no trace of those 39 people who were sort of captured by the ISIS. So I think there is a need to have a relook in the whole issue, and I would say that it is a failure on the part of their embassy in Iraq to have been able to find out as to what the real issue is.
They are saying that they were depending on the Iraqi government. Should that be happening?
But the point is, when everyone knew that this area is not under the Iraqi government, it is under the control of ISIS, then why did they sort of believe that?
It is also that there are several agencies working there. The US are part of the strike against ISIS and Mosul. Is it possible that government could have taken information from them also?
Well, I think, it's a very sensitive issue which I really I'm not aware of the facts. But at the same time, I think if she was not so sure about her status, she shouldn't have given a false assurance.
All right, joining me for more is my colleague Supriya. Supriya, you know, at the back of this exclusive reportage that is coming in, agenda-setting reportage by India Today, what is the plan of the opposition tomorrow? They were going to raise the privilege motion today. What are we expecting?
Well, as far as the opposition is concerned, they are already ganging up together. They have a huddle today also. They have drafted a letter, but they are just waiting for the reply of Sushma Swaraj in Lok Sabha. They are saying that the matter has been raised in Lok Sabha and it is going to be in Rajya Sabha, where they plan to bring in the privilege motion. As far as the entire privilege motion process is concerned, they have already drafted the letter. They are just waiting for the MEA's response in the Lok Sabha in case they need to add more points to it or deduct it. And then once the privilege motion is filed, they will be asking the minister to make the statement in the upper house also. Well, as far as the entire strategy is concerned, Preeti, as the opposition is saying that more and more MPs should join and should sign on this privilege motion, which is being moved by Congress's MP Pratap Singh Bajwa. And the entire day we saw that who's who from the opposition's arena was quoting India Today's reportage and was asking questions as to why the government of India lied. They even say that if the India Today reporters can go to the entire area, why can't the government and their officials go? Also, there is a demand which they are raising that there should be some parliamentary panel led by General V.K. Singh, who should go to Mosul or to Iraq and Baghdad and speak to the authorities there, because they are saying this is not just a matter of few people. There are 39 Indians whose families are also in complete situation, darkness as to what exactly happened to those people there. They are saying the MEA has been reassuring, and the opposition certainly is going to raise this matter in coming days also in both the houses, whether it's Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha.
All right, appreciate you joining me. Supriya, we're going to come back to you for more updates on that story. Meanwhile, let's move on to how the External Affairs Minister on this massive expose was countered today by her counterpart from Iraq. Twist that has emerged in the India Today's mission Iraq. After meeting External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj, the Iraqi Foreign Minister Dr. Ibrahim Al-Ishaikar Al-Jafari has told India Today that his government has no substantive evidence whether the 39 Indians who went missing in Mosul were killed or are still alive. Listen in.
It's not only the concerns of the Indian government, it's the concerns of their families, the concerns of the Iraqi government and the families also in Iraq.
ليست لدينا أدلة قاطعة 100% أنهم قتلوا أو أنهم أحياء، لذلك ما نقدر نقول شيء ما متأكدين منه.
We have no substantial evidence that they were killed or they're still alive, so we cannot give anything in that regard.
احنا بذلنا جهد وماضين ببذل الجهد وكل الاحتمالات موجودة.
We are doing efforts and we will gratify and concert efforts in that regard.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
All right, so the Iraqi counterpart, the Iraqi foreign minister, stating that they have no idea whether the 39 missing Indians are alive or they are dead. But let's just go back. Just a week ago, when Sushma Swaraj addressed a press conference stating that highly placed sources within the Iraqi government has told her junior, General VK Singh, that the 39 Indians are at the Badoosh jail, which of course India today exposed over the course of the last 2 days, that how the Badoosh jail is nothing more than rubble right now. Let's listen in to Sushma Swaraj. All right, we're going to go across to that reaction of Sushma Swaraj, but let me quickly go across to our foreign affairs editor, Geeta, who's joining us for more on the story. You know, Geeta, it seems that Sushma Swaraj, the external affairs minister, was misled here, because let's just go back to that press conference where she very confidently stated that highly placed sources within the Iraqi government have told General VK Singh that the 39 missing Indians are at the Badoosh jail, something which was contradicted by the foreign affairs minister today of Iraq.
Well, that's right. The Iraqi foreign minister, Preeti, in no uncertain terms has said that not only do they have no information regarding whether if those 39 Indians who've gone missing are dead or alive, but also said in very clear terms that Badoosh prison and the fact that Indian prisoners were kept captive there is an information that's absolutely inaccurate. That is a huge information, given that Sushma Swaraj, when she spoke in front of those family members, had stated that the Indians last they heard were that the Indians were kept in the Badoosh prison, right. And this is the information that they are getting from the Iraqi authorities. This is the Iraq foreign minister saying and absolutely rejecting that entire claim.
All right, but Geeta, that's the big question, and it's nothing. The very fact that somebody clearly misled the external affairs minister there, and this is after her MOS has made a trip.
Well, absolutely, because that's going to be the argument of Sushma Swaraj, the External Affairs Minister of India, when she responds to all those opposition leaders in the House, in Parliament, as to what really happened, trying to reject those allegations by the opposition that she did not mislead the country. She is going to talk about the fact that all these updates were being sent and they were gathering from the Iraqi authorities. Now, there is also one very specific thing, Preeti, that the Iraqi Foreign Minister mentioned, was that the Indian authorities are in touch with other concerned Iraqi authorities, and he might not have all the details, so they might use that space, but very categorically saying that the information about Badoosh prison was inaccurate.
All right, Geeta, appreciate you joining us. We're going to come back to you for more on that story. Meanwhile, a quick break. When we return, news and updates continue. We shift focus there to the JNU, where it seems the Vice Chancellor wants an army tank installed inside the campus because he feels that it would instill nationalism or a feeling of patriotism in the students of the Jawaharlal Nehru University. We're going to get you details. Stay with us. All right, the latest that is coming in, of course, that the Iraqi foreign minister spoke in complete contradiction to what our external affairs ministry is saying, but caught right in the middle of this is the families of the 39 Indians where, well, they've been calling on the government, not getting any answers, to get in a word on their kin that they're brought back safely, but no answers yet. I want to cut across to Manjeet, who's joining us with the family members there. Manjeet, it's over to you. All right, the latest coming in that the NIA, which arrested 7 separatist leaders at the back of the India Today special investigation expose 2 months ago. Well, 7 separatist leaders were arrested today by the NIA, and now they are being brought to Delhi. They will be produced at the Patiala House Court tomorrow. These are visuals coming in from Srinagar, where all 7 of them are being brought to Delhi. Naeem Khan, right there on your television screens. All right. These visuals there of the NIA bringing all 7 arrested separatist leaders to the national capital, where of course they will be produced at the Patiala House Court tomorrow, all 7 of them. Massive India Today impact there. 2 months after India Today expose on the separatists, where they were being funded by Pakistan to create unrest in the valley, to foment trouble in the valley, to fund terror in the valley. The NIA has now acted against the villains of the valley, arresting 7 separatists. These are visuals of all 7 of them being brought. There you have Naeem Khan there, one of Hurriyat leaders exposed by India Today. All 7 of them are being escorted to the national capital, Delhi. They will, of course, at 10 a.m. tomorrow be produced at the Patiala House Court. 7 separatists, including Bitta Karate, Naeem Khan, and even Syed Ali Shah Geelani's son-in-law, have all been arrested for Pakistan terror funding, something that was exposed by India Today 2 months ago. The NIA had interrogated all 7 of these leaders at the back of the special investigation carried out by us. They had, the NIA had even asked for all possible evidence caught on camera, which of course our channel had handed over to the NIA after a series of interrogation. Now an arrest has been made, so clearly the NIA has found enough evidence, a financial trail probably. We're going to get in more details of that. Also word coming in that the NIA is now not just drawing the line at these 7 separatist leaders. They are going to go after the big fish as well. Hurriyat leaders like Syed Ali Shah Geelani, Mirwaiz, Yasin Malik, all of them now will be summoned for questioning as well. But the latest coming in, these visuals on your television screen are those of the 7 separatists who were arrested. You have Bitta Karate, Naeem Khan, you have Syed Ali Shah Geelani's son-in-law, all 7 of them being taken to the airport in Srinagar by the NIA team, which an interesting operation that was carried out today morning without even informing the Jammu Kashmir police. The NIA team swooped in Srinagar, rounded up all 7 of these separatist leaders, which India Today exposed on camera. All 7 of them are now being taken to the airport. They will be flown to the capital and they will be produced in court tomorrow by the NIA, which of course would ask for custody for further investigation. Well, that is the big mega impact of India Today. Just about 2 months ago, we had. All right, let's cut across to my colleague Anand Dev, who got us these exclusive visuals of 7 separatists exposed by India Today. Well, this is a big India Today impact. Let's listen in.
That's Altaf Santosh and Aaj Akbar very clearly being taken by the NIA, all of a sudden within a fraction of a second being taken out and just brushed into in this car that was not even meant for NIA. All of a sudden it came and just whisked past from the IGI airport to Terminal 3. Both Aaj Akbar and Altaf Santosh are very key conduits, known to be very close to Geelani, and as far as Aaj Akbar is concerned, he handles a lot of things as far as financial transactions are concerned, as far as Geelani is concerned. So very clearly it is a big catch, particularly in the view of India Today investigation. The Hurriyat truth tips, something that has rocked not only the valley but also the entire politics of the country. Reporting from IGI airport with Shakil Onindo Banerjee for India Today.
All right, so Anandyo is right now stationed at the Delhi airport, where all these 7 separatists exposed by India Today are going to be flown in. They'll be here in about an hour and a half. We'll be cutting across to Anandyo live there. He's at the Delhi airport waiting for these 7 separatists to be brought in. But these are visuals that came in just shortly of all 7 separatists, including the likes of Bitta Karate, Naeem Khan, Syed Ali Shah Geelani's son-in-law, all of them being flown into the national capital. These visuals are recorded at the Srinagar airport. All 7 of them will be produced at 10 a.m. tomorrow at the Patiala House Court, where the NIA would be asking for custody of all 7. And it's interesting to note, because multiple developments taking place at the back of that special investigation mounted by India Today, because it seems that the NIA is now not just drawing a line at the arrest of these 7 separatists who stand exposed by India today. What we are coming to know, and that's the big story, because the NIA will now go after the big fish where the Hurriyat is concerned. We believe in just the next coming days, credible sources within the NIA have told us that they have enough evidence now to summon the likes of Syed Ali Shah Geelani, Yasin Malik, Mirwaiz and all of them would be called in for questioning, and interrogation would be conducted. It's interesting to note that this investigation that India Today mounted took place 2 months ago. At the back of that, the NIA had asked for all documentary evidence that we had to be handed over to them. We did so. The 7 separatist leaders there were interrogated, and today, at the back of credible evidence, part of it provided by India Today, these arrests have taken place. Well, it is historic in a way. And this is what credible journalism is all about, the gold standard of journalism, because let's just look at it. It was a detailed, high-impact investigation mounted by India Today, and at the back of it, we've seen effect, we've seen impact, where 7 separatist leaders who stand today accused of fomenting trouble in the valley, funding terror, and the money coming in from Pakistan, taking money from Pakistan to foment trouble in the valley. Well, these visuals recorded just about half an hour, 40 minutes ago from the Srinagar airport, where 7 separatists today that arrested at about 3 p.m. in Srinagar. And let's listen in right now, because all 7 of them would now be flown into the national capital. My colleague Anandya Banerjee getting us the latest update from Delhi, awaiting the flight to land.
Santosh and Aaj Akbar very clearly being taken by the NIA, all of a sudden within a fraction of a second being taken out and just brushed into in this car that was not even meant for NIA. All of a sudden it came and just whisked past from the IGI airport to Terminal 3. Both Aaj Akbar and Altaf Santosh are very key conduits, known to be very close to Geelani, and as far as Aaj Akbar is concerned, he handles a lot of things as far as financial transactions are concerned, as far as Geelani is concerned. So very clearly, it is a big catch, particularly in the view of India Today investigation. The Hurriyat truth tips, something that has rocked not only the valley, but also the entire politics of the country. Reporting from IGI Airport with Shakil Anandya Banerjee for India Today.
So the latest that is coming in is that Syed Ali Shah Geelani's son-in-law, who actually deals with the finances of the Hurriyat, has been already flown into the national capital. The others are also being sent. Those are visuals of the other 6 that are being flown to the national capital after their arrest. So Anandya Banerjee filing that report where Syed Ali Shah Geelani's son-in-law has been, of course, sent to Delhi. Those were visuals of him being taken away. All right, all 7 of the separatists arrested would be produced at the Patiala House Court at 10 a.m. today. The NIA, in all probabilities, of course, will be asking for custody. We'll get you the very latest on that. Big India Today impact. Meanwhile, let's shift focus to another developing story. The Jawaharlal Nehru University Vice-Chancellor sparked a big controversy by asking the government to help in procuring a junked army tank that can be displayed, in fact, at a prominent place in the Jawaharlal Nehru University campus to serve as a constant reminder to students of the sacrifices made by the army. Take a look at this report.
We would like to request Shri V.K. Singh and also Pradhanji to help us procure an army tank.
An army tank to instill nationalism. This is the bizarre demand of the JNU Vice-Chancellor Jagdish Kumar. There was a whiff of patriotic fervour at the Jawaharlal Nehru University on Sunday as it celebrated Kargil Vijay Divas to mark the sacrifices of Indian soldiers in the 1999 war. A 2,200-foot tricolour was taken out across the campus. Praising the bravery of soldiers, the Vice-Chancellor sought Union Minister General V.K. Singh's help in procuring an army tank that can be displayed at a prominent place on the campus.
The presence of army tank in a prominent place here will remind constantly thousands of students who pass through this university the great sacrifices and the valor of our Indian army.
the Vice-Chancellor's strange demand came in for criticism. JNU was in the eye of a storm after anti-India slogans were allegedly raised by a group of students in February last year. Several students, including the ex-JNU Students' Union President Kanhaiya Kumar, was arrested. The controversy led to the government ordering the tricolour to be raised at central universities across the university to evoke nationalistic sentiments on campuses. And now, almost a year later, JNU Vice-Chancellor's demand to display army tank as reminder of great sacrifices of soldiers. With Roshni Tokne, Bureau Report, India Today.
My colleague Ilma is joining us from the campus of the Jawaharlal Nehru University. You know, Ilma, install a tank, invoke patriotism, invoke nationalism. How has it gone down with the students of the Jawaharlal Nehru University, this kind of tokenism by the Vice-Chancellor?
Well, for most students over here, Preeti, in Jawaharlal Nehru University, it hasn't gone down too well. In fact, I'm at the ad block of JNU right now, where a public meeting is being held by some of the members of the JNU Students' Union, along with people who are also a part of, the faculty as well. So let's just speak to them and take their view on it. You heard yesterday, and the Vice-Chancellor had made a statement saying the fact that a tank should be put here. What do you have to say about that?
नहीं, ये तो वही बात होगी ना कि मोदी वाली की पूरे साल सोते हैं और अचानक से बोलते हैं कि आज से 1000 और 500 नोट बंद हो गया। मतलब किसी का भी यही है कि मतलब कुछ नहीं है, अचानक से आते हैं, तिरंगा मार्च होता है और बोलते हैं कि एक सजेशन देते हैं कि मतलब जेएनयू में एक टेंट लगना चाहिए। क्या मतलब है इसका? यूनिवर्सिटी का अलग कॉन्नोटेशन होता है।
Also, what is wrong with that? If his reasoning behind this is the fact that he wants to show the love for the army, that students here feel patriotic. So what's wrong with that?
I would start with quoting Thomas Paine, who has aptly said that the true duty of a patriot is to save the nation from its government. The foolish schemes, the foolish perception created and spread in the public. There is a song, बेबी को बेस पसंद है, and I would like to say that हमारे VC को tank पसंद है. This is not the thing to be brought and placed in a university. If you bring tank here, then where will you open library? There is huge seat cut in this university. Last year there was admission for 970 students.
Yes, and there are multiple issues now.
10 admission.
There are multiple issues that JNU has faced over the past year. The argument from your side is also that, the pen is mightier than the sword. Focus on education in this institution. But the argument that he gives is the fact that we just want to promote patriotism. There's nothing wrong with that. Yesterday they held the Tiranga Day in a passionate speech. That's the statement that he made. So why are students here, especially students of the JNU Students' Union, objecting to it?
Look, the fact is that there is nothing wrong in it, sure. But ये टैंक क्यों लग रहा है? कभी हमारे वीसी ने या इस देश के प्रधानमंत्री ने पूछा कि कारगिल में, सियाचिन में टैंक से या लड़ाई लड़ने से ज़्यादा लोगों की मौत होती है, या सियाचिन में जो वेदर कंडीशन से उससे सोल्जर्स की ज़्यादा मौत होती है?
Well, Preeti, you've heard from the students here. All of them are objecting to the move, saying that the focus should be on education rather than showing things like having a tank to promote the defense studies or to even promote patriotism, which is the argument that the Vice Chancellor of JNU has been giving.
All right, Ilma, thank you. Thank you there for joining us. We'll come back to the story as well. With that, news break coming in. We just showed you visuals of how the 7 separatists arrested by the NIA are being escorted to the national capital. These visuals are of those inside the plane, where the 7 separatists, including Naeem Khan Bitta Karate's, I believe Syed Ali Shah Geelani's son-in-law, has already been flown into the national capital, but the other 6 now being brought in to Delhi by the NIA. Tomorrow morning 10 a.m. they will all be produced at the Patiala House Court, where of course the NIA would be asking for custody. All right, with the agenda-setting news and the impact there, we're going to go into a quick break. To stay with us. The updates continue right on the top of 7 p.m. with our managing editor Rahul Kamal. Stay with us.